Okay, you ready? Okay, what we're going to do is show you how to adjust the rear needle guard on any of the NC sergers, whether they're table model or portable. And the purpose of the rear needle guard is to support the needle. If the needle doesn't have support when it's all the way at its lowest point, then you get skip stitches or missed stitches. So if you're working on the portable, I lift this door up and I'll tilt this machine to the side so you can see a little bit easier. And you will see you're going to bring your needle to its lowest point. So here I have thread on my needle. I'm going to cut it out. And I'm going to turn the hand wheel, bring my needle to its lowest point. When I get to the lowest point, I stop. And if you look inside, you'll see the needle. It's right there. And that needle, directly behind it, is a guard that supports it. And I don't know how clearly you can see it, but I'm
show it to him on that one.
You should be able to see it on here, Mal. Can you see it? See the needle? Right behind the needle is the guard.
Yeah, point to it now.
Point to it now?
Mm-hmm.
Directly behind the needle is this black guard here. See it?
Perfect. It's right there.
Right there.
Okay, and show it to him on the plate here.
Now what you want to do, I'll let you visualize it. This is the plate that's on the machine, and this is the rear guard. When your needle comes down, I'll get a needle and show you. When your needle comes to its lowest point, it should physically be touching this guard. Touching it. There cannot be any space whatsoever, not even the space of a piece of paper. Now, if there is a gap, which can be caused by the needle bending and deflecting and hitting the guard, what you have to do is you go to the right side of your machine, which is over here, to the screw that holds the guard. And you get to that screw from the right side of the machine with a long bladed screwdriver. Here's the screw right here.
You gotta turn the machine.
Put some light on it, maybe.
Yeah, you can see. It's fine.
See it?
It's probably too much light. Take it out. Okay.
Alright, so there you go. You loosen that screw, and you put your finger behind the guard, the needle at its lowest point, and you push the guard up against the needle. Hold it there with your finger, and then re-snug the screw.
Perfect.
So if there's a gap, a space, if the guard is moved, I'll repeat myself, you loosen this screw a little bit.
Needle to its lowest point.
Needle always at its lowest point. Put your finger behind the guard, press it forward, hold it against the needle, and then retighten the screw.
And the part number for the guard is 81225.
AG. No, 81225G, I'm sorry.
Right, that's the
rear guard.
The rear guard.
Okay, now, this is the screw right here, and this is the guard. Here's what the guard looks like when it's off. And what happens is they will break if the needle hits it, or they'll move. Sometimes they'll crack. It's something you definitely want to have a spare of, almost like the idea of a spare tire for a car. You should always have one of these on hand, because that's the most common mechanical problem with any of the table or portable sergers. The guard moves when the needle strikes a clump of cement and deflects and hits it. That's it, just that simple. Now, there's a front guard too, but you don't really have to concern yourself about that. The front guard is this big block right here, which is held on with a screw from the top. And when the needle's at its lowest point, there should be a gap. The front guard should be close to the needle but not touching it. And that's it. Just that simple.